Oh, really quickly, though. I mean, so Willie, that was
2000.
In a book he wrote in the year 2000.
Yeah. Well, it was published in 2000. He could have written in 1999 for all
Exactly. He might have been a bit more precious.
So he basically predicted the attacks from Osama bin Laden.
And there's a 100% chance that there will be a major terrorist attack in the United States.
I don't know if you guys spend much time on Twitter these days, or X, or whatever you want to call it, but for all the left's talk about right-wing extremism and racism and all the bad stuff that supposedly goes on since Elon took over, I have not seen it. I have not found it. I'm not out there looking for it, to be honest, but I haven't seen it. I spend a fair amount of time on Twitter. What I do see is the most frightening and insane leftist echo chamber that you could possibly ever imagine. I mean, these people believe the most purely insane things. And honestly, they just keep upping the ante on each other and just pushing each other farther and farther to believe crazier and crazier things. And this is where you will find all the things that you just can't believe that people actually do believe. But on X, you will find the people that really, really do believe all the way into their bones that Donald Trump is some sort of sexual assaulting psychopath that steals secrets to sell to rich Australians while actually still somehow being completely broke and bilking stupid MAGA deplorables out of every penny that they have for his legal expenses, all while he's been working to crash the economy and plan the next 9/11 style terror attack so that he can win the presidency that he plans to never, ever, ever leave. I mean, these people are insane, man. They believe every last bit of it. I'm telling you, spend one day on Twitter and you will realize that Donald Trump, for everything you may believe or like or dislike about the guy, really has had some sort of mystical power over liberal brains. I mean, it is freaking terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. This short clip I'm going to show you right here this has driven the world completely to the brink of insanity.
And there's a 100% chance that there will be a major terrorist attack in the United States, or many attacks maybe. And it's all because of what's happened over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it there for yourself. There's a 100% chance that there will be a terrorist attack, is what he said, in the near future. Now, you hear that, or I hear that, and we're actually honestly surprised that it hasn't already happened. I mean, because like Trump said, we're just talking about math. I mean, just last year at our completely closed, fully secure, completely controlled southern border, they apprehended 169 people on the terror watch list out of 2.4 million encounters. Obviously, that's a very low percentage, right? But there was also 1.7 million gotaways. And if you do the math, you use the same percentage, that's 120 people on the terror watch list that got into this country, and we don't know where they are. I mean, that's just last year. That's just fiscal year 2023. So when reasonable people hear the kind of stuff that Donald Trump said, or any of these numbers I just said, they're concerned. I mean, let me show you what happens when people on Twitter hear these kind of things. Now, I'm not picking on Keith Olbermann. I know that head injuries are very, very serious business. And I do actually feel betrayed by the guy. I really, really loved the guy when I was a kid. He was very, very funny on ESPN, but somehow he's still around. And his take is, spoiler alert, Donald Trump is the terrorist. Obviously, I mean, what do you say about that? Then there's Politics Girl. She said, I can't read this and not think he asked someone to attack us. How sad is that? Yes, Politics Girl, that is very, very sad. I mean, that really is very sad. I agree. A guy named Sean writes, and guys, these are people with a lot of followers. Sean writes, did he just say stand back and stand by? No, Sean, he did not. And by the way, that was a falsehood as well. Read up. Roseanne Stanley. Guys, you could see it on the screen, but this is just too crazy to even read. But basically, she thinks that the terror attack will be carried out by Trump voters now that they've gotten their marching orders from Donald Trump. She says, pay attention, people. Guys, it is so, so sad. These people, they don't have small followings. I mean, people are eating this stuff up, man. It is a true freaking nut house on Twitter. And I can't take much more, but let me show you my personal favorite Twitter psycho to watch. I do watch her a lot. Jojo from Jersey, something about her I actually do really like. But she says, would anyone be the least bit surprised if he was coordinating one as we speak? Yeah, Jojo from Jersey. Literally every thinking person on the planet would be completely and totally surprised by this. I mean, guys, I used to think that these people really were just propaganda poison and just had some sort of like crazy allegiance to the Democrat Party. But the more I see how many followers and how much engagement these people have with the things that they're saying, I'm actually kind of spooked, to be honest with you. I mean, I think a lot of these people, when they think they spot at Walmart or wherever, when they think they spot a Trump supporter, they really do think this crazy shit. I mean, they are sick, sick people. And I showed you in the beginning, this is not the first time that Donald Trump predicted a terror attack. He predicted literally everything but the technique of the 2001 terror attack. No one listened to him then. No one listened really to anyone credible or otherwise back then. And this time around, we're doing the exact same thing. We're doing worse than not listening. I mean, just look at the degradation of the average moron from then to now. 22 years ago, we just ignored him. And now, I don't even really know what to call what we're doing. I mean, but he's not the only one who's warning us. I mean, take this as a warning. This was filmed at the border just last week.
By the way, if you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
Yeah, so you tell me. I mean, was that just, one of Trump's guys standing back and standing by? Who was that guy? I mean, who really even knows? I mean, and how often does something like that happen on the border? And we'll never, ever know. I hope we'll never know. But, who knows what's going to happen, But the math says we are way, way past stopping anything. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And when it does, I mean, what do you think? Will it be a wake-up call for these people? Or will they just descend deeper into this insane fantasy that it's all Trump's fault? Everything's Trump's fault. It's insane. It's just, you can't put it into words, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, help the channel grow. Be a part of it. Like, comment. Most importantly, share the channel and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.